Hi, welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about Healthier Choices Management, ticker is Hcmc. So now that the lawsuit is back on the table and looking very promising, it is fair to talk about settlements as far as a number and what that means for its Hcmc investors as far as a price target. So I do want to talk a lot about that, and then at the end I'll do a little bit of technical analysis and see what the indicators are saying about Hcmc as of right now. But before I get into any of that, all I ask, smash the thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel significantly. For those that are new to the channel, I do daily videos on trending stocks, crypto, I do it all. So definitely subscribe. Also take a look at my Discord, link in the description below. It's a free chat that brings individuals together with the common theme of investing, making money, all that fun stuff. Because at the end of the day, that's what we invest, right? We invest to make money and have fun. So definitely join Discord. It's a good place to be. But with all that said, let's get right into it. So I'm going to start by going over what Hcmc is currently sitting at as of right now. So 0006, and I recently did a video saying that it is the bottom, and all the technicals are indicating that 0005 is the bottom and it should rally from here. It just needs a little bit of a good catalyst to push it forward. But regardless, as of right now, is that 0006. Volume on Friday was 986 million shares, whereas the average was 480. So definitely a lot of good volume going on with Hcmc over the last little bit. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I want to talk about the lawsuit and what that means as far as the settlement or possible royalties going forward. What we know as of right now is that 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗛 is benefiting from IQS massively as far as the growth and strong pricing. And this article definitely does indicate that. And it does mention as well that there is 19.1 million current users estimated to be in the first quarter of 2021. Obviously, that is expected to grow more and more every quarter. But as of right now, especially for my settlement and for the video, I'm going to be using 19.1 million as a base. And so as you can see, I threw in the calculator so you can kind of see my calculations on what I'm going to be doing in the future. So as of right now, again, using the benchmark of 19.1 million as far as the users. And again, that is supposed to grow, but that most likely will attribute to royalties going forward, in my own opinion. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence at the end of the day. Also, keep in mind, I'm going to be using $125 as a benchmark because based on my research, there is a lot of bundles out there, but $125 does seem to be a very strong consensus for what IQS does sell at. This is one of those things that you can plug in a different number, but I'm going to use $125. Based on other patent infringement lawsuits that I have looked at and researched, they usually take the selling price of the item. So in this instance, it would be $125, and about 60% of that is usually allocated towards the settlement. So what I'm going to do, $125 times by 0.6. So that works out to be $75. So what I'm going to do is take that $75 times by that 19.1 million. As you can see, 75 times by 19.1 million works out to be 1.4 billion. And again, that is expected to grow every quarter. And not only that, that doesn't include any royalties. So a fair estimate as far as a dollar value would be about 1.4 billion as far as a settlement to Hcmc. So now, ultimately, what does that mean for the Hcmc investor as of right now? So next step, what we do is take the 1.4 billion. Again, I'm just going to be adding all of this just so you guys can see it and follow along. Then what you do is take that divided by the number of outstanding shares. The number of outstanding shares for Hcmc as of right now is 333 billion. What it works out to be is an increase of 0.0042. So as of right now, the share price is at 0006. Again, that's as of right now, and I already went through that at the beginning of the video. And just for rounding up purposes, 0.005 is what it should be as far as a settlement after all is said and done. So after all is said and done, after the settlement, it is fair to say, and especially rounding up, it could get to 0.005. And I know a lot of individuals might not be wanting that, and they're expecting 1 cent and whatever it might be. That is still a very real possibility after the fact. After settlement, depending on what they do with the money, if they do share buybacks in combination of adding it into as far as whatever their business day-to-day operation that they see fit as, that is where it could add a lot more price appreciation. But as of right now, this is what it should be as far as everything said and done. But there is one thing I do want to show you. Hcmc will probably be on this website as far as top 10 largest patent infringements in the US. And this is huge. So you can see as far as the table of contents, it goes to the highest is 2.5 billion, then there are 2.1 billion. So as of right now, if again, based on my calculations of what it could be, 1.4 will be right smack in the middle at number 6. So that is huge. Hcmc will be going down in record for one of the top 10 biggest payouts from a patent infringement. And I did do another video on this before the share issuance as far as price targets and settlements and so forth. And in that case, I did include royalties. Obviously in this, the 0.005 rounding up does not include royalties, and the likelihood of royalties happening are very strong, especially considering what they even say in this as far as that they're expecting growth and strong prices for IQS, and especially Philip Morris benefiting from this, could also add to the bottom line for royalties, again adding overall to the price of HCMC. So with all that said though, let me know your thoughts on HCMC in the comments below, and whether you agree or disagree with my calculations and so forth, let me know. So with that said though, I do want to transition and do a little bit of technical analysis, validating the point of my previous video that we are at the bottom as of right now. So looking at the chart, you can see I have the 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages, as well as Bollinger Bands. All of that I'm not really interested in as far as right now, is because we're well below all the moving averages and not really breaking out of the Bollinger Band. So all that's kind of not really important in my case. As far as indicators right now, I have the RSI, stochastic, and momentum. Right now the RSI is at 41, stochastic is at 50, and momentum is just below 1. And momentum shows ultimately the number of buyers getting into HCMC as of right now. But RSI and stochastic, everything is showing fairly neutral. That is a good change of pace for HCMC, and especially considering everything was showing very, very poor indicators for quite some time. And I'm just going to show you the 1-day chart, because this, in my opinion, is huge. The fact that we broke past the 0006 to get to 0007, on that does indicate, especially on an over-the-counter stock such as this, that there is a very strong reversal happening in the midst. And even looking at this, you can see that the shorts are closing their position, because everyone and their dog knows that there is a very strong catalyst coming for HCMC. And when it does, it's going to reverse very, very fast and aggressively. And even shorts know that. And even looking at the shorts, you can see over the last little bit, there has been a downward trend going on there, showing that shorts are closing their positions. Everything all put together, it definitely does indicate that there is going to be a nice reversal happening. And keep in mind, my 0.005 estimate does factor in the market share price of 0006. So again, if the price does appreciate in the meantime before that, then it will go significantly higher. But with all that said, let me know your thoughts on HCMC in the comments below and what you've been doing, whether you've been buying, selling, holding, or whatever it might be. Let me know. If you do like my channel, let's support the growth. Take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. I greatly appreciate that, and it definitely helps my channel out significantly. But with all that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on HCMC.